Hello race fans, and welcome to another GMS Productions video where virtual cars bring you real excitement. And we are here in the Under Armour Cup Series here today at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for race number 3 of this series. And after Paul Minnick won Atlanta in dramatic fashion, we are going to get rolling here in Las Vegas to see who gets lucky and gets the win, as the starting lineup will be rolling on your screen shortly, as I will get really quickly here and start the cars off.
I've never seen a soul set free through an argument. I've never seen a hurt get healed in a protest. But I've seen sinners turn to saints because of grace. It's love, love that lights the way. Love that lights the way. Let it be our arms wide open, bigger than the words we've spoken. Let it be our home for the broken. If we're gonna light the way to you. Let it be love, yeah. Nothing but love, yeah.
Welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed the new format for the starting lineup. We are ready to get rolling here in Las Vegas, I believe for 27, 28 laps. I can't remember which number it is, but we're about to get rolling here and see who's going to get a win here in this series. Will Paul Minnick get his second win of the season in a row from the outside line? Or could Caleb Sydnor come from the back of the field to win his second race of the season? Or we'll just get a new winner in general? We don't know. We're about to start the race and see what goes down. There will be pit stops, I believe. I hopefully put that in right into the race. And we are green flag racing as Davey Johnson takes the green flag, as most of the attention has been directed onto the 14 team, as he will float back on the outside to the start of this race due to the outside line not being so fast here. It's just the way it is. And Adam Lewis, I believe, in the number 15, is going to take the race lead away from Davey Johnson. John Gilbert here on the inside in the number 2 machine with help from Nick Smith. As Zachary Fitzwater Sr., one of the big guys in points, is about to pass the points leader. But it's race number 3, so points don't matter. But they will in about 5 to 10 races, as this series is based on points and how they run up until the last and final race, I believe, at Homestead. And Nick Smith is going to go to the race lead here, as Stuart Gratton is on this inside line. He finished second at Daytona. And I don't remember who finished second at Atlanta, but we'll just keep rolling with it, as I'm going to put the ticker on your screen now. I should have done it at lap number 2, but here it is up on the board. Sponsored by the NRLOA, which is sponsoring this series and many other series on this channel. Stuart Gratton going to the race lead with help from Grant Hoffman in the number 13. And that number 47 of Cameron Godju as well on this inside line. And you see the 17 of Jonathan King as well. We focus on the inside line mainly at racetracks in the series because those are the lines that usually keep moving. Now at different races like Kentucky, you want to be on the outside line. But it's very rare that the outside line works in your favor, but there are opportunities where it can work. It's just in this race, it's very hard to do that. You have to be like right on the outside, leading, coming out of turn 2, and have the advantage coming out of turn 2 to even have momentum to get to the point and keep the point here at Las Vegas. As Stuart Gratton holds on to the race lead, I think Cameron Godju wants a taste of it, and he's going to get it here in a second. And there are bonus points for leading laps here in this series, so Stuart Gratton just got himself a bonus point, and Cameron Godju is about to get him some bonus points as well. Well, bonus point because it's only 1 point given to you for leading a lap, and the 22 there of Johnny Gardner got really close to hammering in on the door of the 47 machine entering turn 1 there. I think the 56 was also as well trying to push that 22 out the way. That's Josephine O'Neill. I think we're going 3 wide here at the back of the field. I think it was with the 78, but they're not in a 3 wide situation anymore. Some cars hanging off the pack like Julio Caesar. That's a smart idea. And whoa, the 55. That's Jeff Lewis just pushed the number 7 Caton Tang up to the middle of the racetrack. And I'm sorry if I pronounced names wrong or if I'm off with my speech today because my nose is kind of stuffy and some other sickness stuff, but I apologize. And Josephine O'Neill is going to lead that lap as the 88 of Nicholas Samadillo. I believe that's Samadillo. Yes, it is. I'm getting names mixed up in my head as well. The number 16 of Caleb Hoffman on this inside line, pushing that 88 to the race lead as 2 Michael Waltrip racing cars are on the outside line. Chris Dodd has not had a good finish yet this season. He looks like he could be on track for one as we're getting closer and closer to the halfway point here. We're about a third of the way through this race as the 88 led that last lap, but this lap it might be Chris Dodd as he gets to the inside of Hoffman coming down the back straightaway. Tristan Allen and the number 21 of Cody Smart on this inside line as well. TJ Hanley down there in the number 30 machine, the 4th car on the inside line. As Chris Dodd does lead that lap successfully, he's going to swoop to the outside and let the 51 by for the race lead. The 21 trying to get aggressive and get to the lead. Tristan Allen has the advantage coming out of turn number 2, and it looks like he's going to be pushed 3 wide by Cody Smart. Cody Smart trying to get all he can get here in the opening laps of this race, and looks like Chris Dodd is going to be the worst taker of this 3 wide situation. If he stays up on the high side for too long, because he'll get pushed back by the 16, and I don't know if the 16 is trying to get by him or not. He's got a quarter panel on him, and the 42 is going to get in line. Cody Smart led the last lap, and looks like he's going to lead the next one because nobody is challenging him at the moment. The number 30 of TJ Hanley is going to go to the outside with Jeff Bright in the number 5 going to the second position here very shortly with AJ Brown, and look who's on his inside line as well. Caleb Sydnor started from the rear of the field. He is now up into the top 5, getting by Tristan Allen here. Cody Smart is remaining the race leader as this inside line is really just trying to push all the way up to the front of the field, push as many cars as it can. It's like a current. One's going one direction, one's going the other, and I don't know if that makes sense in any of your guys' heads, but it does in mine, so I'm using it. AJ Brown just got by for the second position. Caleb Sydnor maybe wants that second position, and he's going to put the 39 to the middle, but the 39 is actually going to push up in front of the 5 machine as the 5 machine backs out of that high line. He did not want to be there, but I think Luke Rainey wants to put the 39 on the outside. He's going for the second position as Cody Smart's all out there by himself for the moment being for the race lead, and they're still going to settle back in line in a 2-wide situation. We are past halfway in this race. Will we get a pit stop? We don't know. Right now at the moment, though, Cody Smart leading over Luke Rainey in the number 78 machine. John Arndt in the number 24. He's looking for a win. He hasn't won in a while. A lot of these guys haven't won in a while. Christian Master, I don't know if he's ever won a series race, but he's looking for one as he's pushing the number 24 of John Arndt on this inside line. They're really trying to get to that 21. But the 27 is going to go to the inside of the 24 and leave that 21 machine up there racing by himself at the point. As the laps wind down, the 21 looks like he's in a good position for the race lead, or for the win at least. Winning mainly is based around bonus points, and Paul Minnick just shoved his nose in under Isaac Nichols coming out at the corner, and Christian Master got thrown up on the high side. And we might be having pit stops and hard in the outside wall. Oh my goodness. The big one at Las Vegas. Cars scattering everywhere. And I'm sorry, I'll laugh there for a second. As Cody Smart leads it back to the line. Christian Master upside down. The number 55 of Jeff Lewis involved. Paul Minnick, your points leader. And both guys that sat on the front row for this race. Davey Johnson was involved. Stuart Gratton was involved. And I think Paul Minnick wants the easy way to pit road. Anyway, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. was involved. All the big guys on points right now were involved in this crash. Leo Caesar, Grant Hoffman. And they're all coming to the pit lane for the time being. And Isaac Nichols was involved as well. As you see, we're going to follow through here with the pit lane camera. And let's get to that really quickly. Pit lane 1, and there's Paul Minnick. He's actually still on the racetrack as we're going to pick up with whoever comes off pit road first. And John Arndt was scored the race leader coming down the pit lane because of where Cody Smart's pit stall was. And Cody Smart will be the first one off of pit road. And there's Zachary Fitzwater getting his tires. But Cody Smart's the first one off the pit lane, John Arndt. And how about number 29, Ryan Madden, Keaton Schultz, and Luke Rainey? That is your top 5 coming off the pit lane. And a bunch of other cars coming off of pit road. Let's go review that crash, as I think we'll have some interesting things to review here in a second with that crash involving the 14 and the 27. I have no words to explain this crash, and there will be a reason why I laughed here in a moment. We're going to follow through with the guy for the reason why I laughed at. This is a very, very similar situation to what happened if you've ever seen Napa Fans channel and you know the history of what happened to Christian Master and what happens when he goes flying through the air. We're about to find out once again. Let's take you through our slow-mo camera. And I believe that these cars were about to start doing their pit cycle, because there's no reason for 3 cars to be as bunched up as they were coming into turn 3 like this. You see Paul Minnick's going to go for a wild ride, and here goes the 27. Up off the barrier, he's going to fly. I think he's going to come back down and hit somebody, and it's going to be Caitlin Tang is going to get the worst of that. Here's Davey Johnson getting a hard hit as well. A bunch of cars were involved in this part of the crash, and I think that's what the biggest part of the crash was, and people were still trying to get to pit road. As you see, there's the 39 getting involved, and Emmanuel Hartnett, there's where Stuart Gratton's involved, and Julio Caesar, Philip Goldberg, and the 27 sliding down the racetrack on his roof. We're going to rewind that again following the 48. Actually, we're going to follow through here with the 11 machine. See how he got through this crash. And he's at the back of this. I know he is. We're going to take an onboard camera with him. And we're going to see how he followed through with his crash. And that is a sight to see when you are racing here at Las Vegas. And he just got clipped by the 10. And that blew his engine up. And he immediately headed to pit lane. Or pit road, as he knew his day was over. Anyway, let's get back to the green flag, as many cars are taken out in this horrific and very interesting crash here at Las Vegas. Welcome back here to Las Vegas, and we are about to catch the green flag with 7 laps to go in this race. Let's give you a 10 rundown really quickly, as I don't know who the retirees are at the moment. The ticker has not updated completely. Cody Smart, John Arndt, the number 29, Ryan Madden, Keaton Schultz, Luke Rainey, Caleb Sydnor, who won at Daytona, Nicholas Samadillo, the number 5, the Jeff Bright, the 43, Rocco Twyman, and TJ Hanley rounds out your top 10. We are green flag racing here at Las Vegas once again, after the big one strikes. And I think one of the most horrific crashes we've ever seen on GMS Productions. And someone just hit the wall, and that might have been Sydnor. Out of turn 2 we go. The number 21 machine has led a lot of laps here today, and I don't think that will be this way for long, as they're finally ready to go after this 21 being single file and organized. And I think John Arndt will have a shot to get around the leader here coming down through the tri-oval. And let's see if they're going to take a jump at this number 21 machine. No one is yet, but the 78's ready to pounce as he's in the 4th position. Are we going to catch anyone at the back of the field? The 9 car. These 2 cars stayed out, which is good for them on points. And look at Davey Johnson's car. Just tore up in the worst way possible. A.J. Brown involved in that crash. And there's a bunch of guys that are slow throughout the field. And hopefully we don't catch those guys as the race goes on. And they're single file throughout the first couple of cars. But I don't think they will be that way for long, as John Arndt really wants to get to this lead and lead some laps, as Cody Smart's been out there for too long. And there he goes. Arndt to the inside. Cody Smart will fall back with Ryan Madden on the outside. John Arndt looking for a taste of the race lead and looking for a win. He's not won in a while. Luke Rainey, though, will take that opportunity away. Here comes Nicholas Samadillo on the inside. Rocco Twyman in the number 43. Sorry, I said 44. They're 3 wide back here with Joshua Hyatt, Chris Dodd, and TJ Hanley. The laps are winding down in this one. And we might catch lap traffic. Still unknown on that part. Luke Rainey leads a lap with Nicholas Samadillo hunting behind and about to take the race lead away. The 43 of Rocco Twyman looking for the race lead as well. Everyone's looking for the race lead, but who will be the winner in this one? Caleb Sydnor won the first race of the season. Paul Minnick, who is out of the race, won the second race at Atlanta. As we are about to go 3 wide for the race lead, no. Rocco Twyman's going to get to the inside of Samadillo with 2 laps to go for the race lead. Joshua Hyatt pushing him. John Andrews pushing the 36. And I'm putting my money on this number 16 of Caleb Hoffman. He's in a good position. He's won 2 races in the last, I'd say 10 races here on GMS Productions. He's in pretty good shape for the win, but I don't know if he'll have enough time. Joshua Hyatt is in a good position as Twyman gets pushed up to the outside with the white flag in the air. Will we catch the lap cars? It's very likely, but I don't think so. And the 36 of Joshua Hyatt has the race lead. Will anyone challenge him? I don't think so. I think Hyatt's got it in the bag, unless John Andrews decides to go to the inside, and he will. But at the line, it's going to be Hyatt for the win. As a Chevrolet wins 2 races in a row, and they almost caught the lap cars there. They were close. And I put my money on the 16, but I didn't get it there. Joshua Hyatt comes out with the win in a very tragic race involving Paul Minnick and Christian Master. Hopefully they are okay after that crash. And watch out, guys. You're coming in too fast to the pit lane. Cody Smart had a good race going for him. He finishes 11th with being the most laps led in that race. Joshua Hyatt will take the win, and we're going to see where those guys ended up from the retirees list. Yeah, there's your retirees, as I forgot to mention them going to the green because they weren't showing up. But there they are. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this race, as we're going to go through your full field rundown really quickly. Andrews, Twyman, Hoffman, and Samadillo rounds out your top 5. Jonathan King, Luke Rainey, Jeff Bright, John Arndt, and Chris Dodd. That's your top 10. Good job to Chris Dodd. Props to him for not having a good first 2 races, and then coming here and putting in a top 10 finish. Cody Smart led the most laps today. He finishes 11th. Nick Smith, Ryan Madden, Jonathan Rains, Keaton Schultz rounded out your top 15. Cameron Godju, Joshua Chicoli, Dale Salzman, Lashea Jackson, TJ Hanley, Grayson Acevedo, John Gilbert, Caleb Sydnor, Tristan Allen, Matt Tuck. Those were all the guys that were in that lead pack, and here's the rest of the guys on down the list. You have Adam Lewis, Julio Caesar, Grant Hoffman, Josephine O'Neill, Johnny Gardner, Davey Johnson, A.J. Brown, Jeff Lewis, Secker Fitzwater Sr., Stuart Gratton, Paul Minnick, Philip Goldberg, Christian Master with that horrible flipping there in that one and only crash of the race, Isaac Nichols, Manuel Hartnett, and Caitlin Tang. Rounds out your field, and congratulations to Joshua Hyatt for winning here at Las Vegas. And the next race will be at Texas here in this series, I can tell you that. And hopefully all those guys are okay from that crash, and all officials will let you know how that situation is going. But Christian Master, hope he's okay after that horrible wreck. And we will see you guys for Texas to see what goes down through the point standings and through this format. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys at Texas. Bye-bye.